6 mistakes that make eggs harmful to your health. For the elderly, common mistakes, senior health. Have you ever thought that something as simple as an egg could turn into a silent health risk? While eggs are often celebrated as a top-tier source of protein, packed with essential vitamins and nutrients, there's a lesser-known truth. If not handled properly, they could actually do your body more harm than good. You see, the difference between eggs being your health ally or a hidden threat lies in how you cook, store, and consume them. In today's video, we're going to expose 6 common mistakes people make with eggs. Mistakes that could be slowly undermining your well-being without you even knowing. Some of these might shock you, especially if you've been preparing eggs the same way for years, assuming it's safe. But once you know what to avoid, you'll be able to enjoy eggs with full confidence and without hidden risks. Stick with me until the very end, because this isn't just about dodging mistakes. It's about learning small but powerful changes that can make a big difference in your energy, digestion, and long-term health. We'll dive into exactly what goes wrong when eggs are mishandled, and how you can keep this humble food a nutritious, safe part of your daily routine. So if you want to make sure your eggs remain a powerhouse of wellness, instead of a quiet threat, you're in the right place. Now let's begin with the first mistake. Eating raw or undercooked eggs. A silent risk to senior health. You may have heard somewhere that eating raw eggs helps preserve all their nutrients, pure protein, natural enzymes, and more. And while that might sound appealing, what often goes unspoken is the hidden danger lurking behind this habit, especially for older adults. In your 20s or 30s, a bit of stomach upset from a raw egg might be just a passing nuisance. But in your 60s or 70s, when your immune system naturally slows down and becomes less resilient, that same raw egg could trigger a series of health problems far more serious than you'd expect. Here's a truth that may surprise you. Salmonella, the invisible threat often found in raw or undercooked eggs, is one of the leading causes of foodborne illness in the United States. According to the U.S. Food Safety and Inspection Service, adults over the age of 65 are strongly advised to avoid raw or lightly cooked egg dishes altogether. Things like homemade mayonnaise, runny yolk eggs, or baked goods made with raw batter. Just a small amount of salmonella can cause severe dehydration, bloodstream infections, or gastrointestinal distress, issues that an aging body may struggle to recover from. And if you're thinking that farm-fresh, organic, or pasture-raised eggs are exempt from this warning, think again. Dr. Emily Watson, a geriatric specialist at the Harvard Geriatric Center, puts it plainly. No matter where your eggs come from, your backyard, the grocery store, or a certified organic farm, if they're not fully cooked, the risk of bacterial contamination remains. Sure, a runny yolk may seem appealing, but to an older digestive system, it can be a dangerous gamble. So what's the solution? You don't need to give up eggs altogether. In fact, eggs remain one of the most affordable and nutrient-rich foods you can enjoy. The key lies in how you prepare them. Go for fully boiled eggs, well-cooked omelets, or gently steamed eggs that are firm all the way through. And if you truly enjoy the texture or flavor of raw or soft eggs, look for pasteurized eggs, which have been specially treated to kill harmful bacteria without compromising nutrition. We can't control everything in life, but we can control how we treat our bodies. Aging isn't about slowing down. It's about living more wisely. And small, mindful changes, like how we cook a simple egg, can lead to major improvements in health and peace of mind. So what about you? Do you eat soft-boiled or raw eggs in your morning routine? Have you ever added raw egg to a smoothie, thinking it was a healthy boost? Let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear your story. And if this message resonated with you, please take a moment to like this video, share it with someone you care about, and subscribe to Golden Wise Elders. Here, we offer clear, practical health guidance to help you live longer, feel better, and thrive with wisdom every single day. Mistake number 2, using the wrong oil to cook your eggs. A hidden threat in plain sight. If you think simply cooking your eggs makes them safe, think again. The next mistake doesn't come from the egg itself, but from something that seems harmless, the oil you use to fry your eggs each morning. Now that we've discussed the risks of eating raw or undercooked eggs, let's take a closer look at how we cook them. Because often, it's not the egg that's the problem. It's the oil that turns a nutritious meal into a hidden health hazard, especially for your heart and digestive system. Many people, especially those used to simple, traditional cooking habits, still use refined vegetable oils like soybean, canola, or sunflower oil. On the surface, the word vegetable sounds healthy, but the truth is, when these oils are exposed to high heat, they oxidize easily, producing inflammatory compounds that can damage your blood vessels over time. These harmful byproducts can raise LDL's cholesterol, the bad kind, and contribute to arterial plaque buildup, one of the leading causes of stroke in adults over 60. According to the American Heart Association, if you want to protect your heart, it's better to cook with healthier fats like extra virgin olive oil, avocado oil, or unsalted butter. These fats are more stable under heat, rich in heart-healthy monounsaturated fats, and they even enhance your body's absorption of key fat-soluble vitamins in eggs like A, D, E, and K. I'm reminded of Frank, a 75-year-old from California. For years, he fried his eggs in vegetable oil, thinking it was a healthy choice. But over time, he began to experience frequent bloating, digestive discomfort, and rising cholesterol levels. After reading an article from a nutritionist, he made a small but powerful switch. He started cooking his eggs in extra virgin olive oil over low, steady heat. Within 3 months, Frank felt noticeably lighter after meals. His LDL cholesterol dropped significantly, and the best part? He no longer needed his stomach meds, a small change, but one that made a big impact on his well-being. Here's the real takeaway. Every age deserves delicious food, but the key is knowing how to enjoy it wisely. Don't let a small daily habit, like your cooking oil, gradually chip away at your long-term health. Breakfast should fuel your day, not quietly inflame your body from the inside out. So let me ask you, what oil do you usually use to fry your eggs? Have you ever heard of a cooking oil's smoke point? That one detail can make all the difference in how your food supports or stresses your body. If you're not sure, I invite you to look it up and drop a comment below. I'd be happy to explain more and help you make the best choice for your heart and your health. Mistake number 3, overcooking eggs. When heat turns a superfood against you. Now that we've talked about the right oils to cook with, let's turn to another critical factor, the way you actually cook your eggs. Because it's not just about the ingredients you choose. How you apply heat in the kitchen plays a quiet but powerful role in determining whether your eggs support your health or slowly work against it. Many people, especially from earlier generations, have the habit of frying eggs until the edges are crisp and the yolk is firm and dry, or boiling eggs until the center turns a dull gray-green. Sound familiar? The belief that fully cooked means safer is deeply rooted, but modern science tells a different story. Overcooking eggs at high temperatures not only strips them of nutrients, but also creates harmful compounds that may quietly contribute to long-term health issues. When eggs are exposed to excessive heat, the fats in the yolk, including cholesterol, begin to oxidize. This process forms free radicals, unstable molecules that promote chronic inflammation. And inflammation, as we now know, is a key player in age-related diseases such as arterial plaque buildup, cognitive decline, and neurodegenerative conditions. What's more, high heat also destroys delicate vitamins like B12, folate, lutein, and zeaxanthin, nutrients critical to brain health, eye protection, and nerve function, especially in older adults. Dr. Mark Hyman, a renowned functional medicine physician and nutrition expert, once said, if you're frying your eggs until the edges are brown every morning, you're not eating eggs anymore, you're eating oxidation, you're eating accelerated aging. That may sound dramatic, but here's the good news. You can easily fix this. Eggs don't have to be dry or rubbery to be safe. Try gently boiling them until just firm, steaming them softly, or cooking over low heat in a skillet. This preserves their natural flavor while locking in precious nutrients like lutein for your eyes and choline to support memory. Picture this. You start your morning with a perfectly soft-boiled egg, tender, creamy, and full of life. You're not just having breakfast, you're calming inflammation, supporting your heart, and investing in your brain's resilience. With just a slight change in cooking temperature, you send a message of care and intention to your body, a small shift, but the foundation for something big. You don't have to give up your favorite foods, you just have to become a better friend to your own health. So what about you? How do you usually cook your eggs? Soft and gentle, or crispy and firm? Have you ever noticed the yolk turning gray after boiling? Leave a comment below. We'd love to hear your cooking habits and what works for you. If this tip helped you rethink how you prepare your meals, please take a moment to like this video, share it with your loved ones, and subscribe to Golden Wise Elders, your home for down-to-earth health advice that helps you live stronger, longer, and with greater joy every single day. Mistake number 4, improper storage of cooked eggs. the small oversight that can cost you. Even if you've already chosen a healthier cooking oil and mastered the right level of heat in your kitchen, there's still one common mistake that many older adults unknowingly make: how they store cooked eggs. It might sound simple, even trivial, but sometimes it's the small details that quietly lead to serious health consequences. Think back for a moment. Have you ever left a plate of hard-boiled eggs on the kitchen counter and forgotten to refrigerate them? Or maybe loosely wrapped them in plastic and kept them in the fridge for an entire week? These might seem like convenient habits, but in reality, they create the perfect environment for bacteria to grow. According to the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, FDA, cooked eggs, whether boiled or fried, should be stored in a sealed container and consumed within 3 to 4 days. Left at room temperature for more than 2 hours, eggs quickly enter the danger zone, between 40 degrees and 140 degrees, where bacteria like salmonella multiply rapidly. And for older adults whose immune systems may no longer be as strong, foodborne illnesses can hit harder and take longer to recover from. Picture this: a peaceful morning. You open the fridge, pull out yesterday's fried eggs, pop them in the microwave, and think you're making a smart, time-saving choice. But without proper storage, that egg could be hosting millions of bacteria. You eat it, unaware, and end up taxing your liver, kidneys, and digestive system, possibly leading to bloating, discomfort, or worse. Take the story of George, a 72-year-old retiree. He used to cook a big batch of scrambled eggs every Monday to save time during the week, but he only covered the container loosely and left it in the fridge for 5 days at a time. After several bouts of stomach pain, George finally saw a doctor and was diagnosed with mild gastrointestinal inflammation. His doctor traced it back to poor food storage. So George switched to airtight containers, prepped smaller portions, and stopped storing leftovers too long. The result? His digestion improved, and he felt noticeably lighter and more energetic. That's the real message here. Even small oversights can carry big consequences. Aging isn't a time to give in. It's a time to care more deeply for your body, with attention, with love, and with intention. It's not enough to eat enough. We must also eat wisely, and that includes how we store the food that nourishes us. So ask yourself, how do you usually store your cooked eggs? Have you ever counted how many days a batch of eggs has been sitting in your fridge? Share your thoughts or experiences in the comments below. You never know, your story might be the one that helps someone else avoid a health scare. Mistake number 5, using cracked or expired eggs. A small oversight that could trigger bigger problems. Just when you thought storing eggs in the fridge guaranteed safety, here comes another overlooked habit that could quietly put your health at risk. Using eggs that are cracked or past their expiration date. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? How many times have you opened a carton, seen a slightly cracked egg, and thought, it's probably still fine? Or maybe the expiration date passed a few days ago, but the eggs look okay, so you decide not to waste them. While these seem like harmless choices, they could be especially risky for people over 60. Eggs may look sturdy from the outside, but their shells are more delicate than they appear. Even tiny cracks, barely visible to the eye, can let bacteria like salmonella or E. coli slip inside. This risk becomes more dangerous when the egg isn't fully cooked or is used in recipes that don't involve high heat. And when eggs are past their prime, their internal structure starts to break down, even before they smell bad. That means they might look and smell fine, but still pose a risk to your digestive system, especially for older adults with weaker immune defenses. Here's your mini hook. Imagine you're making breakfast for the family. You crack open an egg and notice a strange odor, just a little off, slightly sulfuric. You hesitate for a second, but cook it anyway because you don't want to waste food. A few hours later, you're hit with nausea, bloating, or even a fever. For younger people, the body may bounce back quickly, but for older adults, this could be the start of a much more serious health spiral. That's exactly what happened to Evelyn, a 74-year-old who prided herself on eating clean. One morning, she cooked with an old egg she thought was still okay. The result? A trip to the hospital with mild food poisoning. She never expected a single egg could cause such a reaction. Since then, Evelyn has followed a simple, expert-approved method to check egg freshness, the water test. Place the egg in a glass of cold water. If it sinks and lays flat, it's fresh. If it stands upright or floats, it's time to toss it. Food safety experts also advise that, even when stored properly, eggs should be used within 3 to 5 weeks from the pack date, and any egg with an unusual smell, appearance, or crack, no matter how small, should be thrown out immediately. You don't have to eat more as you get older, you just need to eat smarter. And sometimes, all it takes is a quick check to avoid a major health setback. Caring for your health isn't about grand gestures. It's about small, repeated acts of self-respect. What about you? Have you ever used a cracked egg without realizing it? Do you check the expiration date on your egg cartons? Share your experience in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. Your story might just help someone else avoid the same mistake. And if this message brought value to your day, don't keep it to yourself. Hit like, share this video with your loved ones, and subscribe to Golden Wise Elders for more simple but powerful health tips to help you live well, age well, and feel your best every day. Mistake number 6, eating too many eggs. When a good thing becomes too much, after reviewing all the ways we cook, store, and select eggs, you might be thinking, "Phew, I'm doing okay. I don't leave eggs out too long, and I've switched to healthier oils." But hold that thought, because there's one more mistake. One that doesn't come from how you prepare your eggs, but how many you eat each day. And this one, if left unchecked, could quietly undo all your healthy habits. We all know eggs are a nutritional powerhouse, rich in protein, vitamin D, B12, and choline, all essential for memory, bone strength, and immune health as we age. But just like anything in life, too much of a good thing can backfire, especially after 60. Many older adults believe that eating lots of eggs daily helps build natural muscle, stay youthful, or improve vision. But the truth is more nuanced. According to research from the Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health, 1 to 2 eggs per day is considered safe for most older adults, unless you have pre-existing conditions like type 2 diabetes, fatty liver, or high cholesterol. That's because egg yolks, while nutritious, are also high in dietary cholesterol. And over time, eating too many can increase LDL, bad cholesterol, raising your risk of heart disease and clogged arteries. Here's a visual to consider. Think of your circulatory system like a network of clean water pipes. Eggs, when eaten mindfully, provide just the right amount of fuel. But if you're putting in 3 to 4 eggs every day, alongside meat, fish, and other protein sources, you're adding pressure to your liver, kidneys, and arteries. And what follows? Fatigue, bloating, and subtle signs of imbalance that creep in slowly but surely. That's what happened to Mr. Than, a 68-year-old living in a quiet rural town. Each morning, he would eat 3 hard-boiled eggs with a pinch of salt, believing it was the perfect protein-packed meal. But within 6 months, he started experiencing mild dizziness during walks and tightness in his chest. A visit to the doctor revealed his cholesterol had climbed significantly. He reduced his intake to 1 to 2 eggs per day, added more greens, fruits, and whole grains, and within 3 months, his health improved dramatically. So, what's the takeaway here? Eggs aren't the enemy, but the amount we consume matters. If your meals already include meat or fish, scale back on the eggs. And when you do eat them, pair them with fiber-rich vegetables to ease digestion and support heart health. Don't let something as wholesome as an egg become a hidden burden on your body. Now let me ask, how many eggs do you eat in a day? Have you ever noticed feeling sluggish or heavy after eating too many? Share your experience in the comments. I'm always here to listen and respond. We've now explored 6 common mistakes people make with eggs, from choosing, cooking, and storing them, to how often we eat them. These may seem like small matters, but when it comes to health, small habits shape our bigger outcomes, especially after 60. But here's what matters most. It's not just about eating eggs the right way. It's about listening to your body with more patience and care than ever before. Growing older doesn't mean giving up. It means gaining the wisdom to live with intention. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to show up for yourself, gently, consistently, and with love. And your body will thank you in ways both big and small. Maybe you've noticed your energy shifting, or your memory isn't quite what it used to be. That's okay. Your body isn't betraying you. It's simply asking for your attention. And the good news? There's still so much you can do. Starting with the meals you prepare each day. You are not alone on this journey. Right here in the Golden Wise Elders community, there are thousands of people just like you who've weathered life's storms and are choosing to live healthier, wiser, and with more joy than ever. We're not chasing youth. We're embracing a beautiful maturity, with knowledge, with kindness, and with grace. If this video gave you something meaningful, a new insight, a small wake-up call, or even just a dose of encouragement, please share it. You might just save someone from making a mistake they didn't even know they were making. And if you'd like to stay connected with us, tap like, leave a comment, hit the notification bell, and subscribe to Golden Wise Elders, so that every day you have a trusted friend by your side, guiding you toward better living, one step at a time. Thank you for staying with us all the way to the end, not just with your ears, but with your heart. May you always walk forward with strength, with health, and with the quiet confidence of someone who knows they're living life fully. At any age, we'll see you again soon, because the journey to living well never ends. And you, dear friend, are meant to walk it with wisdom every step of the way.